Today we will start about microbes in human welfare. Okay, so now I'm starting the slideshow. First of all, is your this chapter is yeah. What about the topics which are being covered in this chapter is first of all is your microbes in household products, microbes in industrial products, microbes in sewage treatment, and microbes in production of biogas, and microbes as biocontrol agents, and microbes as biofertilizers. Talking about the marks distribution in this topic, so in the boards exam you will have around 7 marks. Okay, and in NEET exam you will around in this chapter it will carry around 1 mark. Okay, so whenever we talk about the microbes which are being used in daily day-to-day life, that is like for example microorganisms such as lactobacillus is there. Okay, and some others which are being commonly called as lactic acid bacteria, and this is basically a rod shaped bacteria. Okay, which can convert the milk into curd. So how it does, like for example, we heat the milk, okay, and then we add the inoculum. Inoculum is also referred to as the starter. In Hindi, we call it as uh, there's a kind of a small amount of curd which is being taken, and then it is added to the milk. Okay, in Jamaican we call it as in Hindi. Okay, and now when the fresh milk is added with the inoculum or the starter, and then it contains the millions of LAB. Okay, the lactobacillus bacteria, which is actually very much so it requires a suitable temperature and then it multiplies. So basically, then it converts the milk into curd. Okay, after it, then it is used for. So basically, in our stomach, also the lacto-acid bacteria plays a very much beneficial role for this, and then it is used for making of foods such as dosa and idli is also used for the yeast making process is also used. So all these things are used in microbes in making the food also. Okay, when you see the puffed up appearance now of the dough or the cake is there, so basically that is being used, the microbes are being used. Okay, there's a production of CO2. Next, we talk about the describing the use of the fermenters and the microbes in the industrial products. So basically, beverages are there, their antibiotics are there. So microbes are used in drinking process also, in medicines also. Okay, as you can see in lactobacillus in yogurt. Okay, lactobacillus in yogurt is being written. So basically, like you can see Saccharomyces cerevisiae, this microbe, this yeast is used for making bread making, which is being a mold kind of thing. Okay, and this is also known as brewer's yeast. This is used for fermenting of the malted cereals for the fruit juices, which is produced in ethanol. Okay, antibiotics are basically the chemical substances which are being like anti-allergy, which is like anti-disease kind of thing. So it will make you the fight of diseases. It will help to grow up your body, and then it will like help make it more like beneficial. It is much more beneficial for the body. Okay. So first of all, this Staphylococci bacteria that was actually worked first on Alexander Fleming. Okay, and then it was like he was doing an experiment in which the he was doing some culture based experiment. This was an unwashed dish washes was there, and then he didn't wash those plates. There's a fungus. There's a this bacteria was growing which was called as Staphylococci bacteria. Okay, and then the chemical was produced as penicillium rotatum. So Ernest Chain was the one who was discovering the full potential of the effective antibiotic. Now, when we talk about the bioactive molecules, first of all, see, there are different types of acids. Okay, there's your citric acid, there's your acetic acid, there's your bitric acid, there's your lactic acid. There's a different name of it. Okay, so as you can see, that lactic acid is a bacteria which is having a lactobacillus. Then there is your butyric acid, is the bacterium which is called as Clostridium butylicum. Okay. Then there is a citric acid, there is a fungus which is called as Aspergillosis. Okay, as per Gilles Needham. So yeast is basically used for the commercial production of ethanol, or you can say, or the alcohol, or we can say. Okay. So now you can see that those bottle juices, there's a very clear bottle juice. So when there's a bottle juices are there, there's a very clear kind of a texture is there. So that chemical that is which is being added, then it makes a clear texture of those juices. Okay. Next, we talk about the sewage treatment plants. See, many waste are being treated nicely. There's a primary treatment is there. There's a secondary treatment is there. Then there's a biological treatment is there. So then the waste is being treated by the physical solid form, and then it is being treated from sedimentation, the decantation. All those plastics are being removed. Okay, and all those hard substances are being removed, and then it is being taken to the primary sludge and all those things. So basically, this is a constant process is there, which is there. In the board exam, it can be asked to you all that explain the process of the sewage treatment plant, how it is being treated. Okay, so answer is given here in the PPT. You can just copy that what is the primary treatment, what is the secondary treatment. So all you can give it in points, and then you can fetch your marks. So basically, this is a very short chapter. Okay, and in the last one, it is being given about the what are the beneficial of the microbes in the human which we daily life there is there. So we have talked about all this, and after completion of this chapter, you will just find out like what is the daily basis of the use of the microbes. Okay, so we have talked about bacteria, we have talked about like the yeast one, we have talked about, so labeling of diagrams will also come. So it's very much important. Biogas is also important. Those topic is also important, which will explain the process. So you need to draw the diagram and then the label the parts. Okay. So this is about our institution, and then now we end the meeting.